XRP, it's happening real soon. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. Happy Sunday, fun day. 4th, 5th of July. Probably you guys are still laying back, celebrating Independence Day in the US. Everybody else around the world is like, what are you talking about? I think there's also Canada Day, right? Canadians are celebrating independence around this time too. So anybody that's celebrating independence, have some good times, but we got to get back to being serious, okay? So the next few weeks are going to be very important for the crypto market, for XRP, for the future of crypto. And there's going to be a timeline here. So we're going to talk about that. Also, some things concerning money and the value of money and why it's so important to invest in ourselves and in our future. So you're going to want to watch all the way to the end of the video, of course. And all I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile, send out those good vibes, 2 fingers. 2 thumbs up, smishity smash that like button, and let's get into it. Please read the disclaimer. So right now, XRP is sitting at $1.13 after having 4 green days in a row. Today, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. Could be because we got to the top of the stochastic RSI. Could be because weekend traffic sometimes is very unstable, and we can see a rise and then a pullback. All the things are on the table. We are seeing an interesting situation going into this week. There isn't anything too big. We do have the Fed meeting minutes on Wednesday. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn off. It's probably my wife sending me some WhatsApp messages. Right? Yeah. And we have this week S&P 500 final service PMI, ISM services. That could be important because we've previously seen that the ISM has given us some sort of prediction into where the crypto market is going. As long as it's over 50, it's usually a positive sign. That hasn't happened this time around, so we'll see. Maybe it will be delayed. Some people are talking about the possibility that AI stole Bitcoin's flow, but the gap won't last. Schwab and Hashtag say Bitcoin's weakness versus record high stocks is likely temporary. Hashtag says capital has shifted toward AI, IPOs, and rate cut trades, pulling attention away from crypto. But the bigger crypto story is still building institutional adoption, improving US regulations, and growing up on chain usage. AI is in the spotlight now, but Bitcoin post halving recovery setup remains intact. We could see the markets shift very, very fast. And that's why I'm getting ready for all the possibilities. And I asked that I saw this, July 4th, Bitcoin prices, right? I asked chat to do it also for XRP. It gave me only to 2025, but 2026, we are at, of course, $1.13. And you can see just 10 years ago, XRP was at 0.006. So a lot can change in 10 years, a lot can change in 20 years, a lot can change in 30 years, and you never know what's going to happen, right? You can see in Turkey, the Turkish lira is now down over 99.995 against the dollar from its all-time high. Turkey sold nearly 26 billion in gold and treasury bills this year trying to defend their currency. After all that intervention, the lira is still making new all-time lows almost every week. Their government did a bad thing, right? They did what you're not supposed to do. And when inflation was going up, they started reducing interest rates. We've talked about that, how that could be a recipe for disaster. We're seeing this happen in Turkey. Look at look at that graph, right? So why is this so important? It's so important to remember that we need to think about the long term, right? Now, to think about the long term and investing in our future, a tool that can significantly help us. And we just saw in Germany, they want to change their tax laws and ending their 1 year tax-free crypto holdings. So basically, if you hold crypto over 1 year, it's tax-free, right? But in the US, that's not the case. And in the US, you have to pay taxes on your crypto once you sell them on the profits. But the way to minimize that or totally remove that is using an IRA or a Roth IRA. So if you are in the US and you want to take advantage of this tax advantage for US citizens, Our partner iTrustCapital will give you the opportunity to do so. You can buy XRP, Bitcoin, even gold and silver, and soon also stocks and ETFs. And then you just have one place, everything, right? What's so amazing about the IRA and the Roth IRA is the tax advantages. For example, in a Roth IRA, in a regular situation, you'd have to pay $7,500 taxes on 50,000 profit, but in a Roth IRA, zero, nothing. Okay, so that's huge. And of course, if you sign up using my link, you'll get a $100 funding bonus, and I will get a commission as well. So win-win situation. Please understand the risks and rewards of investing long term. Okay, and as always, please trade responsibly. Now, if we go back to what's happening, oh, I forgot. We also have a liaison with iTrustCapital, and any questions that you can ask them. Any problems that you have, you can ask them. I add their contact information in the description as well and in the pinned comment. Okay. So if we go back to what's happening in the Clarity Act, right? A lot has been said about the Clarity Act and about the potential of the Clarity Act and what it could bring or not bring. And we're getting closer, right? We're getting to the what's it called? The 2 minute drill, right? The last 2 minutes in football. If you're in soccer now, the World Cup football, international football, right? It's the 90th minute, right? The last straight, you could call it. We're there, okay? And now we've passed the House, we've passed the Senate Banking Committee. Now we got to get it through the Senate. And House passed, Senate Banking Committee passed. Senate vote next window opens after the senators return on July 13th. Calendar tight, but the path to Trump's desk before August recess is very real. Now, again, there's always the possibility that this doesn't happen. And as always, you have to take that into consideration and you have to be ready for all the possibilities that we do have Clarity Act passing and we don't have Clarity Act passing. And you have to think to yourself, make a plan. What am I going to do if the Clarity Act passes? And what am I going to do if the Clarity Act doesn't pass? Right. And this is very important. And this is one of the things that I'm talking about in our new academy. So the Moneymaker Academy. And you can see here, I open up the pre-sign up. There's going to be also a Discord. So many of you that wanted Discord, it's going to be combined. So it's going to be the Academy, the courses, and the Discord together. It's not going to be different. So there's not going to be, a Discord without the Academy. Everybody that's in the Discord is going to have to go through the Academy because I want it to be a place where people are on, give or take, the same level. Okay. The fact is that I want to create a space where people are knowledgeable in the markets, and the way they can get there is through the course, right? I'm not tooting my own horn, but I think that this course is worth a lot. Okay. And I'm putting in a lot of effort into it. You can hear in my voice from all the speaking. Right? And I really think that even just the first module, which I think is the most important one. Of course, we get into, building a trading plan and building technical analysis and how to analyze stuff and what is crypto in general, right? But I think the first module with the psychology of investing, the psychology in trading, the mindset, I think is the most important thing. And people that can master that first one are going to be a lot more successful than the others. Mastering that is the hardest part, okay? Now I'm opening up the signups because it's not ready yet. Okay, I haven't finished. I'm making something heavy. I haven't decided what phase I'm going to release it. But if you're interested in signing up, being one of the first 100 are going to also get a discount and also going to be able to be in the founders group. There's going to be a special group just for the first 100. So if you are interested, leave your email. It's just to sign up to the pre-launch. It's not anything binding. You don't have to join in the end. And if you leave, someone else will take your post in the group, right? The special founders group. But that's okay. So if you're interested, link your email and your full name here, and I'll get back to you personally when the academy is up and running fully. Oh, not fully, but enough that I feel that it's, we can start dropping, not dropping knowledge, right? So again, if you're interested, it's hopefully it's going to be here in the next month or two. I want to have enough juice, right? Enough meat in order to drop it, but we'll see at what phase. And then, of course, if you sign up to a specific, what's it called, path, then of course you'll get the later pass as soon as I finish recording them, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here in the market and what's going on. Of course, check out iTrustCapital if you're interested in long-term investing. And so you get that $100 bonus once you sign up. Remember all the tax advantages. Taxes is so important. People sometimes they poo-poo the taxes. They don't think about the taxes, but it's so important. I was just talking to someone recently, and I was saying, when you trade, because he was telling me, well, I buy the dip and I swing trade. And I was like, okay, but how long have you been doing this? It told me a few years. Okay, and have you ever considered taxes when you're doing this? Well, I said, right now your profits are small, but if you start making big money, if you're paying now a few $1,000s, maybe a year taxes, suddenly you have to pay 50,000, $100,000. You have to take that into consideration because you have to put that aside because you might lose it the next year and you have to pay the taxes. So taxes is something that a lot of people in investing don't think about. That's one of the things that we're going to talk about in the course. So don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.